My beloved child, be still before me for a moment, and allow your heart to rest in my presence. There are many voices around you every day. Some speak through the noise of the world. Some come from old memories. Some come from fear, disappointment, and wounds you have carried for a long time. Yet beneath all those voices, there is my voice calling gently to your soul. I know the burdens you have been carrying. I know the thoughts you never shared with anyone. I know the silent battles that have exhausted your heart. I know the tears that never reached your eyes because you learned how to hide them behind a smile. My child, there have been moments when you convinced yourself that you were strong simply because you kept moving forward. You told yourself that if you could continue another day, then everything must be fine. But deep within, there were wounds that remained untouched. There were fears you buried beneath responsibility. There were disappointments you locked away because you did not know what else to do with them. Yet, I have seen every one of them. Nothing about your pain is hidden from me. Nothing about your struggles surprises me. Nothing about your weakness causes me to turn away. For I am the Father who sees what others cannot see. I look beyond appearances. I look beyond the words you speak. I look beyond the image you present to the world. I look directly into your heart. And today, I want you to hear this truth clearly. You do not have to carry everything alone. You were never created to bear every burden by yourself. You were never meant to walk through life depending only on your own strength. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. As Matthew 11:28 declares, this invitation is still open to you today. Perhaps you have been waiting for the perfect moment to come to me. Perhaps you have believed that you must first fix yourself. Perhaps you have thought that you need stronger faith, better prayers, or greater understanding before you can approach me. But my child, I am not asking you to come after everything is solved. I am asking you to come exactly as you are. Come with your confusion. Come with your questions. Come with your doubts. Come with your wounds. Come with your weariness. Come with the pieces of your heart that still ache. I already know them all. There is nothing you need to hide from me. There is nothing you need to pretend about. I see the places within you that have grown tired. I see the dreams that seem delayed. I see the prayers that feel unanswered. I see the moments when hope became difficult. And I want you to understand something important. Delay is not abandonment. Many times you have looked at closed doors and assumed I was absent. You looked at waiting seasons and believed nothing was happening. You saw silence and concluded that heaven had forgotten you. But my child, I have been working even in this silence. Just as a seed grows beneath the soil long before it breaks through the surface, many things I am doing in your life are developing where your natural eyes cannot yet see them. The farmer does not dig up the seed every day to check its progress. He trusts the process. In the same way, I am asking you to trust me. Trust me when you do not understand. Trust me when answers seem delayed. Trust me when the path appears unclear. Trust me when your emotions try to convince you otherwise. For I am still guiding your steps. I am still ordering your path. I am still preparing things that will unfold at the right time. My beloved child, there are also wounds within your heart that you have learned to live with for so long that they now feel normal. You have carried certain hurts for years. You have accepted certain fears as permanent companions. You have adapted to disappointments that I never intended to define your life. But hear me carefully. Pain may have visited you. Pain may have wounded you. Pain may have stayed longer than you expected. But pain was never meant to become your identity. You are not your failures. You are not your fears. You are not your past mistakes. You are not the words spoken against you. You are not the disappointments that happened to you. You are my child, and because you belong to me, your story is not finished. There are chapters you have not yet seen. There are blessings you have not yet experienced. There are victories you have not yet celebrated. There are prayers I am still answering in ways you cannot currently imagine. Do not let temporary darkness convince you that the dawn is not coming. Night has never stopped morning from arriving. Storms have never prevented the sun from rising. And neither will your present circumstances prevent my plans from being fulfilled in your life. Psalm 34:18 says that I am close to the brokenhearted and save those who are crushed in spirit. Notice that I do not move away from broken hearts. Y move closer. When others cannot understand your pain, I understand. When others cannot see your struggle, I see it. When others leave, I remain. When others fail, I remain faithful. My love for you is not based on your performance. It is not based on your achievements. It is not based on your ability to be strong. My love is rooted in who I am. And because I do not change, my love for you remains constant through every season. So, today, stop measuring your worth by your circumstances. Stop measuring your value by the opinions of others. Stop measuring your future by the disappointments of your past. Lift your eyes toward me. Let me remind you who you truly are. You are loved. You are seen. You are known. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. And even while you are reading these words, I am working in ways you cannot yet fully see. Stay close to me. Trust my timing. Trust my heart. Trust my promises. For the story I am writing in your life is not ending in defeat. It is leading toward restoration, healing, wisdom, and a future filled with my faithfulness. As you continue walking through this season, I want you to understand something that many people overlook. The condition of your soul is far more important than the condition of your circumstances. The world teaches you to focus on what is happening around you, but I often work first within you. Many people spend their lives trying to change their surroundings while neglecting their hearts. They pursue success, approval, possessions, and recognition, believing those things will finally bring peace. Yet even after obtaining what they desired, they often discover that the emptiness remains. Why? Because true peace does not begin outside of you. True peace begins within. My child, I desire to heal not only the situations that trouble you, but also the places inside your heart that those situations have wounded. There are memories you still carry. There are disappointments that still echo in your thoughts. There are moments when someone's words left deeper scars than you ever admitted. There are seasons that changed you in ways others never noticed. I know every one of them. Nothing has escaped my attention. Even the moments you have forgotten are known by me. Psalm 139 reminds you that before a word is on your tongue, I know it completely. I know you're sitting down and you're rising up. I know your thoughts from afar. You are fully known. And because you are fully known, you do not need to hide from me. Many people spend years hiding behind masks. They pretend to be stronger than they are. They hide their fears. They conceal their struggles. They convince themselves that vulnerability is weakness. But my child, honesty before me is not weakness. It is the beginning of healing. When David cried out to me in the Psalms, he did not hide his pain. He did not pretend to be fearless. He poured out his heart before me. He spoke of his fears, his failures, his confusion, and his sorrow. And because he brought everything into the light, I was able to restore him. The same is true for you. What is brought into my light can be healed. What remains hidden often continues to wound. Therefore, do not be afraid to bring your heart before me exactly as it is. If you are tired, tell me. If you are disappointed, tell me. If you are confused, tell me. If you are angry, tell me. If you are hurting, tell me. I am not intimidated by your emotions. I am not offended by your honesty. I already know what is inside your heart. I simply desire for you to invite me into those places. My beloved child, there are also moments when you become discouraged because growth seems slow. You want immediate answers. You want instant healing. You want quick solutions. But many of my greatest works happen gradually. Consider the growth of a tree. It does not become strong in a single day. Its roots deepen slowly. Its trunk strengthens over time. Its branches expand through many seasons. Storm after storm develops the strength that allows it to stand. Likewise, I am developing things within you that require time. Patience, wisdom, discernment, faith, perseverance, compassion. Qualities are often formed in seasons that feel uncomfortable. You may not enjoy every lesson. You may not understand every delay. But I assure you that none of it is wasted. Romans 8:28 reminds you that all things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to his purpose. Notice that it says all things, not only the victories, not only the joyful moments, not only the seasons of abundance, even the struggles, even the disappointments, even the setbacks, even the tears. I am able to weave them into a greater story than you currently see. My child, one of the greatest dangers you face is allowing fear to become your guide. Fear often disguises itself as wisdom. Fear tells you not to trust again. Fear tells you not to hope again. Fear tells you not to try again. Fear tells you to stay where it feels safe. But fear was never meant to lead your life. I am. Whenever fear becomes the loudest voice in your heart, it begins stealing possibilities that I intended for you. It convinces you to remain in places I am asking you to leave. It persuades you to avoid opportunities.
I am preparing.
It causes you to build walls where I desire healing. Remember Peter stepping out onto the water. As long as his focus remained on my son, he walked above the waves. But when he focused on the wind and the storm, fear entered his heart and he began to sink. The lesson was not merely about water. It was about focus. What you continually focus upon will often determine the direction of your faith. If your eyes remain fixed on problems, problems will appear larger. If your eyes remain fixed on fear, fear will grow stronger. But when your eyes remain fixed on me, your confidence begins to rise because you remember who is walking beside you. My beloved child, there are also relationships, influences, and voices that shape your heart more than you realize. Not every voice deserves access to your soul. Not every opinion deserves authority in your life. Not every influence is leading you toward light. This is why discernment is so important. Discernment is not suspicion. Discernment is not paranoia. Discernment is the wisdom to recognize what draws you closer to me and what slowly pulls you away. Pay attention to the fruit. Pay attention to what grows within you after certain conversations, relationships, and influences. Do they increase peace? Do they strengthen faith? Do they encourage truth? Do they inspire love? Or do they leave confusion, bitterness, anxiety, and spiritual exhaustion behind? You will often recognize influences by the fruit they produce. As Matthew 7:16 teaches, you will know them by their fruits. Therefore, my child, guard your heart wisely, not with fear, not with hardness, but with wisdom, because the heart I have given you is precious, and I desire that it remain filled with my peace, my truth, and my light. The days ahead may not always be easy. Challenges may still come. Unexpected situations may still arise, but remember this: you do not face them alone. I walk beside you. I strengthen you. I guide you. I protect you. And even when you cannot see the entire path ahead, my hand remains firmly upon your life. Trust me, one step at a time. For the work I have begun within you is still unfolding, and I am leading you toward greater healing, greater wisdom, and a deeper understanding of my love than you have ever known before. There is something I want you to remember whenever the weight of life begins to press heavily upon your heart. You were never meant to carry tomorrow's burdens while still trying to survive today. Many of the anxieties that trouble you come not from the present moment, but from fears about what has not yet happened. You wonder about the future. You wonder how certain situations will unfold. You wonder whether the doors before you will open or close. You wonder whether your prayers will be answered. You wonder whether you will have enough strength for the days ahead. But my child, tomorrow has always been in my hands. Long before you arrived at this moment, I was already standing in the days ahead of you. Nothing about your future surprises me. Nothing catches me unprepared. Nothing arrives outside of my awareness. When you try to carry the future by yourself, your heart becomes exhausted. Yet when you place tomorrow into my hands, peace begins to return to your soul. This is why my son taught you not to worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. I did not speak those words because difficulties would never come. I spoke them because worry has never possessed the power to solve what only faith can surrender. My beloved child, there are seasons when your mind becomes crowded with countless thoughts. Some thoughts tell you that you are falling behind. Some tell you that you are not enough. Some remind you of old failures. Some replay painful memories again and again. Some whisper fears that have not even become reality. If you are not careful, these thoughts can become chains around your heart. Yet I have not called you to be ruled by every thought that passes through your mind. You must learn to bring your thoughts into the light. Ask yourself, does this thought draw me closer to peace? Does it strengthen faith? Does it agree with truth? Or is it feeding fear, shame, and confusion? Many of the battles you face are not visible to others because they take place within your mind. This is why renewing your mind is so important. My word was not given merely to inform you. It was given to transform you. When you fill your heart with my truth, lies begin to lose their power. When you meditate on my promises, fear begins to weaken. When you focus on my faithfulness, anxiety begins to surrender its grip. The enemy often works through deception. I work through truth. The enemy whispers that you are alone. I remind you that I am always with you. The enemy tells you that your mistakes define you. I remind you that my mercy is greater than your failures. The enemy tells you there is no hope. I remind you that I am the God of restoration. Therefore, be careful what you allow to remain in your thoughts. Do not build a home for lies within your mind. Replace them with my truth. My child, I also want to speak about forgiveness. There are hurts you still carry. There are wounds caused by people who never apologized. There are moments when others failed you deeply. Perhaps they betrayed your trust. Perhaps they abandoned you. Perhaps they spoke words that left scars upon your heart. I know the pain they caused. I know how difficult it can be to release those memories. But understand this. Forgiveness is not pretending that wrong never happened. Forgiveness is not calling evil good. Forgiveness is not removing healthy boundaries. Forgiveness is releasing your right to carry bitterness. Because bitterness harms the one carrying it. It slowly steals peace. It clouds vision. It hardens the heart. It drains joy. My child, I do not ask you to forgive because the offense was small. I ask you to forgive because your freedom matters. When you place those wounds into my hands, you allow me to carry what was never meant to remain on your shoulders forever. Some people may never understand the pain they caused. Some may never apologize. Some may never change. But your healing does not depend upon their response. Your healing begins when you entrust justice to me. I am a righteous judge. Nothing escapes my sight. Nothing remains hidden from me. Therefore, release the burden of trying to control what belongs in my hands. Let me be the judge. Let me be the healer. Let me be the one who restores what was broken. My beloved child, another truth you must remember is that comparison is one of the quickest thieves of joy. The world constantly encourages comparison. You compare your journey to someone else's. You compare your progress. You compare your achievements. You compare your appearance. You compare your blessings. And before long, gratitude begins to disappear. Yet comparison blinds you to the unique path I have designed specifically for you. The oak tree does not become the rose. The rose does not become the river. Each fulfills its purpose according to the design I created. The same is true for you. You do not need to become someone else in order to have value. You do not need another person's gifts to fulfill your calling. You do not need another person's story to experience my purpose. What I am doing in your life is unique. Your journey is unique. Your timing is unique. Your assignment is unique. Trust the path I have placed before you, even if it looks different from the paths of others, even if it unfolds more slowly than expected. Even if you do not yet understand every step, I see the complete picture. You see only a small portion. Therefore, trust the one who sees what you cannot. Trust the one who knows the end from the beginning. Trust the one who has never abandoned you. And whenever uncertainty tries to fill your heart, remember this simple truth. You're not walking through life alone. I am with you in every season. I am with you in every battle. I am with you in every disappointment. I am with you in every victory. I am with you in every unanswered question. My hand remains upon your life. My love remains constant. My promises remain true. And even now, while you continue walking through days you do not fully understand, I am leading you toward healing, wisdom, peace, and a future filled with my goodness. So lift your eyes again, my child. Take another step forward, and trust that I am guiding you exactly where you need to be.